You know what the signs are of a female narcissist? I have had to deal with them, and it is definitely not fun, believe me, because they're not loud, they're not aggressive, they're definitely not easy to spot, and they can be just as manipulative, just as calculating, and even more dangerous than the ones you're used to. And today, female narcissists are the overlooked threat of today's time in this year. And if you don't know the three major signs to look out for, you're going to get pulled into their trap before you even realize what's happening. And so by the end of this video, I'm going to share the most common tells of a female narcissist and how to protect yourself from their sneakiest forms of emotional manipulation. So first, if you are new here, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a globally recognized negotiations expert, a U.S. News recognized best lawyer in America, and the USA Today bestselling author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And I help people just like you break free from toxic cycles and take their power back. And I give you the tools that all narcissists definitely, all the people who are dealing with narcissists definitely need to not have to ever deal with this ever again, so that you can break free and live a life that you deserve, a life of freedom, possibility, and purpose. All right, so let's dive in. Why are female narcissists different? And I've seen it in all realms, right? Because I see it in that discard phase. They don't show up the way that you expect, all right? And I've seen it at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. They start off as helpful, charming, even motherly. They might seem like they're supportive, like the friend, the selfless coworker, even the cool mom. But underneath that surface, they're just as driven by control, attention, and power. And they're the masters of covert manipulation. So here's the tell number one. They're the saintly saboteur. This is the woman who always seems like they're doing good things for others. I was just trying to help. I thought you wanted me to say something. I only said that because I care so much. So what's happening behind the scenes here? This is a person who's always making the backhanded compliments. They're gossiping under the guise of concern. I call them the pearl grabbers. Oh, I just care. I'm just so concerned. I'm concerned about so-and-so. And so they gossip and they're saying things about other people, but they're doing it under the guise of concern. So they end up saying things about people behind their back, but they do it under the cloak of concern. And so they're undermining you in subtle ways that make people question other people, or they say it right to your face. I'm just concerned about you. I'm worried about you. People listen because it makes it seem like they're concerned, like they're a good person. So let's say they share a concern about somebody is a mom who is married to a guy, and they're concerned about their husband's drinking, and they start dropping these seeds like months before the divorce happens. And oh, I'm concerned about, my husband's drinking. Tim has been drinking so much more lately. And then by the time the divorce comes around, well, Tim is an alcoholic. I've been telling you this. And Tim might not even have a problem with alcohol at all. And now everybody starts seeing Tim in that light. The other thing that they might do is, if you share a success at work, they might say to you directly, oh, that's just great. I mean, I'm just surprised that they picked you, considering how much stress you've been under lately and how tired you've been. And like, it sounds supportive, but it's actually a stab. It's sort of like are controlling you while keeping her hands clean. The next tell is the empathy manipulator. And female narcissists are very, very highly emotionally intelligent. They're very good at using this skill not to connect with people, but to control people. They know exactly what to say to make you feel guilty, obligated, or ashamed. And they twist empathy into a tool of compliance. So she'll say things like, oh, I guess I'm just a burden to everybody. I always drop everything for you, but that's fine. I'll manage. So, if you say, let's say it's your mom or something, and you say that you can't stop by to help her with whatever it is she wants help with because you're busy that weekend or you have plans. Well, I guess I'm just a burden, even though I'm always available to help you with all of the things that you want, you're just not available to help me when I want it. Suddenly now you're backpedaling, you're apologizing, you're having to change your plans to make sure that her schedule is more important than yours. Now you're over there, you're fixing things for her. You're just constantly feeling like you're walking on eggshells. And so if you've ever had to deal with this and you're ending up feeling like you're constantly the villain, chances are that you have been dealing with this type of a person. And if this so resonates with you, just put yes in the comments below. If this is so hitting close to home for you right now, just put yes in the comments below. And if it is, then I have a free gift for you. It is my key phrases for disarming a narcissist. And I want you to go to disarmthenarc.com to get my key phrases for disarming a narcissist so that you have some key phrases to just have at the ready for just garnering the respect that you deserve right now. You can get them at the QR code that is flashing right here on the screen right now. All right.
Fed up with narcissists walking all over you? Sick of everyone believing their lies while you're paying through the nose in attorney's fees? What if you could hold all the cards for a change? Hey, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a top 1% trial attorney, a USA Today bestselling author, and I've spent my entire career helping people slay narcissists in negotiations, most recently through my proven slay method. What if your suffering could become your superpower? Imagine turning all that pain into power, not just for you, but for others too. This is your chance to take back control. You can finally win. Become a high conflict negotiation certified coach. Help others while transforming your own life and do good for the world. This is your chance. Go to RebeccaZung.com/apply and I'll show you how to turn the tables for good starting today.
The next tell number 3, is the social queen with the secret agenda. And this one is sneaky, okay? This is a person who's very well liked, probably very popular, maybe the life of the party. Everybody in town loves her. All the family loves her. Everybody thinks that they're amazing, except for you, because you're the one that sees the person behind the mask. All right. She uses charm as a weapon. She triangulates people. She builds alliances, but isolates you when it's necessary because she makes sure that she looks like the hero. So she tells your mutual friend, oh, I think she's going through something. I'm just worried about her mental health. Then you look like the unstable one. She looks like the concerned friend. That's not kindness. That is a covert character assassination. And this is so dangerous now in today's world. And the reason why it is so dangerous and why is narcissism exploding right now is because of social media, therapy language, and this healing culture in today's world is that most people use manipulation as support. So they might say things like, I'm setting a boundary, or something like that, but they're really punishing you for not doing what they wanted. They might say things like, you're triggering, but really what they're doing is deflecting from being held accountable. So they're using these buzzwords that they're hearing in social media or, therapy or this healing culture, but they're using it against you. They're wrapping it in self-help language, but they're actually using it in a narcissistic way. So it can be very, very confusing and exhausting and often invisible to others, but now you're going to be able to spot it because you're going to be able to see it. All right, so how do you protect yourself? For one thing, you can join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, to make sure that you're not isolating yourself. You can get my free phrases for disarming narcissists from the QR code here or at disarmthenarc.com. And you can use these 3 power steps right now. Do not try to clear the air. That's number 1. You can't reason with a narcissist. You're never going to get them to see your side or acknowledge you, especially not one who's hiding behind this saint mask. All right. The more you explain, the more material they have to twist. Let them think what they want. You're not here to manage their narrative. All right. Number 2, go gray rock with style. You know what that means? You become a gray rock. Be boring, be bland, be emotionally flat. Don't feed on their baiting and don't allow them to feed off of you, even when they poke and prod, because that's what they want. They go fishing. They're looking for something. All right. Instead, use some of these phrases like, thanks for sharing. Thank you for the feedback. That's an interesting way of looking at it. That's an interesting perspective. I'll give that some thought. Nothing for them to grab onto, right? Those are just a few things for them to just, okay, interesting. Fine. All right. And then number 3 is document everything. Just reframe what they do. Always know that narcissists are going to act like narcissists. That's what they're going to do. So when they lie, when they do the things that they're going to do, you reframe their behavior as a gift and you document it. If it's a legal, professional, or co-parenting situation, you start your paper trail. Female narcissists often manipulate what I call plausible deniability, meaning that you can never really catch them. They always have a way of being able to deny their behavior and nobody can really see it. They always have these sort of clean hands. You're going to need facts, not feelings, to stand your ground. So you start keeping receipts for revenge. You have a way of being able to protect yourself. So have you ever dealt with a covert narcissist? All right, tell me in the comments, what was her tell? What did she say? What did she do? What finally made you go, wait a minute, this is not right? It is extremely soul-sucking. I've had to deal with it many times in my life, many. It is pure hell. It sucks your soul from your body. You lay awake at night thinking about it. It's absolutely horrible. If this is finally connecting the dots for you, I am so glad, because the truth is female narcissists often get away with more because they're harder to spot. But now you are seeing the signs. You are understanding the tactics. You are taking your power back, not through reaction, but through clarity. You respond, don't react. You observe, you don't absorb. And if this video was helpful for you, do everyone a favor, do other people a favor, do yourself a favor, and hit like and hit share with someone who needs it. And go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. If you're a renter, this is a no-brainer. You earn points on groceries and travel, so why not on rent? With Bill, paying rent finally pays off. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, and your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay rent through Bill, you unlock two powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month, no matter where you live or who your landlord is. Your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to your exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. These include extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, and unique experiences only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to miles and hotel points. Your rent can literally take you places. Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/negotiate. That's joinbilt.com/negotiate. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. That's joinbuilt.com/negotiate. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve aches or discomfort or stress? CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body instead of against it. I have really close family members and friends who have dealt with stress or health issues, really severe health issues, and I have seen this work amazing miracles for them. And what I love about their products is that not only does it help relieve discomfort or stress or sleeplessness, but they're actually third-party lab tested and USDA approved, and they're organic, so they ensure safety and purity. And right now, Negotiate Your Best Life podcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate at your checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate. There's nothing small about building a small business. I know, because when I first started RebeccaZung.com, I wanted the best possible platform for my business. That's why I chose Shopify.com for shop.RebeccaZung.com. Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, including Mattel and Gymshark. And you can handle everything in one place, including inventory, payments, and they handle 10% of e-commerce all around the world. And if you prefer in person, their point of sale handles inventory, payments, everything that you need. And it's seamless. And with 99.9% uptime and the best converting checkout on the planet, you'll never miss a sale. Get all the big time stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial starting today at shopify.com/negotiate. That's shopify.com/negotiate. The next step for you is to watch this video, the next video, which is the most dangerous type of narcissist, because there's one specific type that is the most manipulative. It's more manipulative than the rest, and you need to know how they operate before they take control. So watch that video next. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you in that next episode.